so happy to welcome you here to Spotsylvania, Virginia, and we would like to present you with some flowers. We would also like to present you with this award. Service, Integrity, Pride, February 5th, 2026. Their venerable monks, to the Buddhist monks of the Hupen Dao Respana Kawana Center, on behalf of myself and the people of Spotsylvania County, I would like to express our deepest appreciation and best wishes through your walk of peace. Your endeavor to raise awareness of peace and kindness during this remarkable 2,300-mile pilgrimage is a profound testament to your commitment and spiritual dedication. Thousands of Spotsylvania residents and Virginians have been following your inspirational journey, and many have gathered here today to greet you. We're truly honored to support your efforts by providing shelter and a well-deserved rest as you travel through our community. Please know that our thoughts and prayers are with you each day as you continue your journey toward Washington, D.C. We wish you strength for the miles ahead and safe passage home. With gratitude and respect, Dr. Deborah Frazier, member of the Board of Supervisors, Salem District. Thank you. And now, Mr. Loveday would like to pin you with one of our county pins.
May I? Thank you for giving hope to a lot of people, including my family, and I wish you all a safe trip. We have pins for everyone, and thank you.
Mayor Devine?
Good evening. On behalf of the city of Fredericksburg, which is just next door to Spotsylvania, we welcome you. I am the mayor, and we have many of our city council members and staff here to welcome you. And we are very thrilled that you're making this journey through our area, and we're just honored that you're here with us tonight. And so thank you for making this journey. We have a pin to put on. And our police would also like to honor you with a police badge. Also from the city of Fredericksburg, and here's our police badge.
We have the president of the University of Mary Washington and the provost.
Thank you for the inspiration for our students. Many of them will be out tomorrow. The hope that you give them. Thank you for your commitment.
We have a representative from the U.S. House of Representatives representing Representative Vindman.
Nathan with Congressman Vindman's office in the United States House of Representatives. I have a letter on behalf of him. He was unable to make it. I'll just read an excerpt. On behalf of the people of Virginia's 7th District, thank you for your dedication and for allowing our community to be part of your meaningful journey. We wish you continued strength and safety as you approach the final days of your walk for peace. Sincerely, Eugene Vindman.
On behalf of Chief Jones of the Fredericksburg Fire Department, I present you with our challenge coin. And I have a challenge coin for each member, all 20. And we have also brought a bandana for Aloka, and we have a special pin that we will go ahead and put on it from our police department canine unit. And we will leave the rest of the challenge coins, we will leave it back in the back while you're outside seat. From the Fredericksburg Sheriff's Office?
Sheriff's Office, maybe returning from there. Thank you so very much. I know that thing's getting heavy, but I got to
Are there any other gifts from the dignitaries?
We have hats, if anyone would like a hat, just put your head on, you look wonderful in it, thank you. It has our city logo on it, right? And we can leave them in the back. Thank you.
Peaceful day. A little, not Gary.
Before we start, let us all do the blessing for you all first. And then after that, we will do the call. Okay? So while we do the blessing to all of you in the place where hosted us tonight, let us all put our hands up together like this to receive the blessing. And you can just follow along what we be reciting. Thank you. How many of us we have enemies? No one? We do have enemies. What if I tell you all and we all have our own enemies? Each and every single one of us have our mind, our thoughts, our unwholesome thoughts. All those unwholesome thoughts are our enemies. And we've been living with that enemy every single second, every day. Is that right?
Yes.
So if we are living with our enemies every day, how can we have a peaceful day? Today is our peaceful day, is that right?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Today is what time now?
Peaceful day.
No, what time is it now? 6:44?
24.
Okay. Who's in here that actually can keep that peace since you woke up in the morning until now?
We can't hear you.
You can hear me?
No, it's echo.
Can someone adjust the sound system again for us? I barely can hear myself either. It's because of echo, so I'm trying to talk so that way they can adjust it, okay? I think because I can only hear that speaker right there. And can you hear me with that speaker right there? No, nothing at all. That one, no. This one, okay. That one, this one, no. So only 2 speakers out of 4 is working. So earlier when we did that lesson, you didn't hear at all. No. Okay, we need to keep the energy anyway. Okay? With the energy, we all can receive it already. So let us try to figure it out. Which trying to get these speakers to turn them on or make it work. And then now what should we say? Testing 1, 2. Testing. Can you hear me with that speaker now? The very end one? No, still not. Yes? Yes? Okay, that one. That one. This one still have it? Oh yes? Okay, this one still okay? Just only that one.
Correct.
Okay, just only that one. Echo. Okay, a lot of echo. I hear that too, yes. We are so grateful because we have this sound system. Back when we only have a very small one. And of course when we started out just like about 100 people, it's different. Now it's so many people, and so with that speaker we're not working anymore. 1, 2. It's getting better. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing. Y'all walk all the way to the corner. Can you hear me? Y'all walk in the corner over there, they can't hear me. On my right side. Alright, testing 1, 2, testing again. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Yes.
Okay, can we turn that speaker to the right side a little bit? The echo? Yes. Now can you hear me over there now? Yes? Okay, that's good. That's good. And now we'll see how it goes back to the check. Alright, testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Last testing. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Okay, good. Okay, we are good now. Thank you. What did I say earlier? Enemies. We all have our enemies. Right? We have our enemy, which is ourselves. Our mind. Our thoughts of thoughts. All those are our enemies. And those are our enemies. We have one far with all our while and in us. Is that true? And so that is the reason why. The reason why we do not have a peaceful day. Right now, you feel peace right now because Stephen here listens to the talk and because you pay attention to my talk. That's why we can have a peaceful moment because of that concentration. But the whole day earlier I had, your whole day when you woke up until now, were you at peace? From that time to now, probably not. Not a lot of us have that kind of peace with our whole day. It's because we have to go to work. It's because we have to take care of family. It's because we run into problems. It's because our boss, our wife, our husbands, and our kids have done something that we are not happy with. A lot of things going on within our life. That is the reason why to have peace is very difficult. Very difficult. Because these one element inside of us is always jumping here and there, trying to attack. Trying to attack the others and trying to attack ourselves. Every single time when we have a chance. Right? Just like those hungry tiger. They are super hungry right now. And so, whenever we need something, if we cannot fulfill it, then it will eat us up. Those are tigers. It means when we are free, when we are living in this world without any wholesome thoughts, and all those unwholesome thoughts keep popping up one after another. Especially when we are free, we don't have a job to do, we don't have anything to do. That is the time when we always sit in there and imagine more things and think about this way and that way to fulfill our unwholesome thought, unwholesome mind. We are like that. All we are just like that because of that habit. That habit is because we always but not get rid of it. It didn't all of it at all. It just became EMS. Okay, everybody say officials right there. Okay. Okay, for all of us here, let's pay attention to raise awareness for the person on that side. Let us all put our left hand over our heart. The right hand on top of our left hand. Close your eyes. Don't pay attention to what happened with it because we did not know. Pay attention to what we need to do right now to support. Now feel those heartbeat. Just feel those heartbeat in your heart. Stay focused. Continue doing those heartbeats. Feel your heartbeat. This is the time when you feel yourself. Because always in your heartbeat. Feel each and every beat of your heart. Thank you. Okay, for those, you need to understand that when there's something happening, there's a lot of things that we wanted to do, but unfortunately, we are not professionals about it. So the only way to support that incident is for us to stay focused to one thing. Either you focus on your breathing, on your heartbeat, to cultivate some merit. Once you have that merit, and then with the power of all of those steadiness of the mind, that can radiate to the person who leads. That is the most benefit way, effective way for us to support. That also support the medical team to do their work as well. So thank you so much everyone for your support. Now back to God, wow, you see, if we are not working with it, we can do it with utmost thoughts. And then when we have free time, when we are free, you are over, then our minds continue wandering and wandering, thinking of all kinds of things. And if we keep locked ourselves in that world, That is when we love each other. I have seen many cases like this. I myself, before I go in and become a mom, when I go to school and I go home, I shut the door and stay in my room. And then when I go to work, after I get back from work, I shut the door and I go and stay in my room, doing my own thing. I don't talk with my family members. Throughout this time, it just made me feel uneasy. Made me feel like, what's the purpose of this life? That is the nature of the mind when our mind is free. Then we tend to just thinking about all those things. And then when we go to work, we have to encounter a lot of things at the job site, with co-workers, supervisors, managers, anybody. There's a lot of things that doesn't happen. And if we're not mindful enough, we always stress out. And for the students, when you go to school, same thing, you try to achieve your goal, and you try to study, and you try to do the thing that your parents ask you to do, and expect you to be. There's just no stress about it. Who's in here that force your children to be the person you always expected, doctor, engineer, whatsoever? Who's in here that you always expect your children to be that way? If you do, I advise you not to, because that will help them instead it will harm them. They will have that kind of stress and anxiety all the time. They cannot make it. Let them choose their own career. Let them choose their own career. They need to learn how to stand up after a failure. If they fail, they fall down, they need to learn how to stand up and walk again. If they cannot finish their career in one that they chose, they will come back to you and listen to you. Don't try to control kids. Because the more you try to control your kids, the more you will suffer. Yesterday I talked about our children affected by friends 100%. By their friends, not us. Even though they stay with us, but they always stay with you in their group. Sometimes they just talk with you for a couple sentences and then that's it. And nowadays, even if a family dinner, each and every single member in that table holding your lovers while eating, which is your circle. You barely have a time to talk with each other and communicate with each other. When your kids at home, they don't talk with you either. They talk with their brothers. Is that right? And so for that reason, don't try to control your kids. Let them be. All you need to do is just give them advice so that the way is up to them to choose which way they want to walk. That will make you feel better. That will make you feel better. And they will come to you when they need you. If you try to control them, they will not come to you. Because you already built a wall between you and them. They will not come to you. They will continue going down. They leave that house and you say them all the time. So try not to control anybody, especially your kids. Let them be. You just show them the light, show them the way. You never advise what should and what shouldn't do. It's up to them to walk on every night. If you can do that, your baby will be honest. Your kids will also have a happy day, happy children of themselves. No force, no anxiety, no stress for them. So every little thing in our family is just like that. Just those things minor things every time. Is that we are not happy. And then when we go to work, we are not happy. When we hang around with friends, we are not happy because of all those things at home. And a lot of things in this world are not satisfying. That is why we always struggle. That is why we do not have peace with it. I have seen all these for so many years being a monk. I have seen a lot. Because the life of the Buddhist monk, we practice. We study, we practice, we teach, and we become advisors. Consulting for all those people who need. And of course, all these stressful things, all this anxiety, depression comes as well. I myself went to the Buddhist meditation. I also went to school with all. So all these, and plus I was in school as well. Back then, I was one of the students as well. And after I graduated and went to work, and I was visiting my mom. So all those who understand, I understand all this. And so I have the reason why I say all those things that I say. So for us to have a peace with them, there's no other way but mindfulness. We are not talking about peace for the earth. Okay? If we cannot have peace for this world, which is inside of us, there will be no world peace outside. This inner world is the world that we need to create peace for. And obviously, for generation after generations, we totally forgot about this. We forgot it. Because we were so busy chasing material things and chasing the outside world, thinking that somebody can make the world get peace. For us to have a better world of living. Unfortunately, there is no way. No one in this world can make this world to be a better place. There are billions and billions of people in this world, so it's not possible. And of course, when I choose to walk for peace on this journey, along with all these mineral monks, we understand that we cannot change this world, we cannot bring world peace. But what I can assure you is fantastic. To hear the day of the 103 that we have now, I have seen peace bloom and flourish on each and every step that we make up to here. And tonight, do you believe in that? Because these are these people right here. You're coming out of this mission. You're coming out to support this mission. You're coming out to walk together with the Spirit. Because you know how important it is to have peace. We have gone through so much challenge in our life. So much suffering in our life. And this is a time where all of us coming together, stand together, to work for peace. We are not working for money anymore. But we work for peace. Because with the power of all of us together, all the people in this club together, we can change this world. I mentioned just a group, just a person may not do this. But for the power of all people together, we can make that happen. is because, let's say, for example, all the levels are peaceful because we practice every day, every step we make with mindfulness, that is peaceful. We have peace. Now that we come to this town, we spread that to you. We share that media, that message to all of you here, thousands of people here. Now you are peace. Right? Are you?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so now you are peace. Let's say one person in you knows about $50 rent and things like that, maybe around. You can spread that to 50 friends. Those 50 friends can spread it to 50. You have also multiply that. We keep on spreading that way. And peace is something that is impossible. Because this needs to spread step by step. We need to practice and have peace for our own. If we don't have peace, we cannot share it with anyone. If we don't have peace, we cannot teach anyone or show anyone the way. Right? Even if we do that, those are just our mouths, the talking. But that is not reality. We have to do the thing that we can say, and we have to say the thing that we can do. So in order for us to share, we have to have peace with them. And in order for us to have peace, there is no other way except practicing mindfulness. And I'm here again to confirm with you, mindfulness is not for this, but it's for all, for all beings. Because mindfulness is something that is within your life, your daily activities. Without that, we cannot have peace. I mentioned right at the beginning that we have animals, whatever within our mind, and we have family, we have kids, we have friends, husband and wife, all those things within our family. We barely have a peaceful moment. It's because we are not mindful. Because of not mindful, we always react the way we react, which is so quickly just like that. When your wife says something that you're not happy, you respond right away. In a not a nice way. Then everybody is not happy. When your husband says something that you're not happy with, you toss those dishes into the trash can, and then no more food to eat. Everybody hungry, not happy. With all those things in the minor thing, even a very minor thing in our family, just one thing very little that can trigger us, and then we are not happy. Right? It's because we are not mindful to know that, to see that, to manage that emotion. We always react to emotion. And the more we react, the stronger we are. So now with mindfulness can help you to manage all those emotions. When your wife says something, instead of you reacting, now that you just need first now, you okay? Here's a glass of water, take it. In a nice way, in a peaceful way, alright? Have a glass of water, a cool one. If she puts it away, you got another one. You have plenty of glass. Have another one. If she says, I'm going to try, then tell her, okay, I'll let you know whenever you come, we talk. You do your thing, let them love it. Love your God. The same way opposite to your husband. I have always encouraged couples, family that when there is the person is angry and the other one is, you have to say calm. You already know she's on fire, and here you know you try to put more fuel into it. That's not what the Lord wants. It's going to what the Lord wants. Cannot help. Instead of giving more fuel to it, just give it over. Water and water can push them out into the fire. Just water. If you can do that, your family will be amazing. Always have to have a person with right knowledge, wisdom, and always come during that moment to share our family, to share our relationship. Wait to see or he calm down, then you can sit on my table or hall. Tell her how you feel. Tell him how you feel when you say that. She said that. Then have a dinner together and let it go. But in order for all that to happen, we have to have mindfulness, which is always mentioned within our prayer. The breathing itself will help you to stop breathing. Instead of just breathing to survive like the way we used to be, without any concentration on our breath, now all we need to just add awareness to each and every breath going in and out. Now you breathe normally, just breathe normally. Just add awareness, which is knowing a breath going out, in, knowing the breath going out. In, out, in, out. That's all we need to do. And of course, it's not that easy, because we don't have that habit yet. Our habit is just to breathe and do something else. You don't have to breathe, just to breathe. Now I'm asking you breathe. To breathe means you have to sit down, you have to let go of everything. You have to stay in one place. Do that. If you can do that, you practice mindfulness. If you could do that, you can see your breath. If you cannot let go of everything else, it's very difficult for you to practice this. You just have to let go of everything else, just like you let go of all those things that come out of this mission tonight. Just like that. Did you have to make a lot of decisions come out here? They still have family members and still a lot of things to do, right? But you will need to come out here. That's effort. That's determination. And patience to get here. Patience to stand in the cold. Patience to stand out, sitting down. A lot of things. A lot of effort. Secondly, when we need to practice this is mindfulness, we have to struggle with patience. We have to have patience with it. We need to put more effort into this.
No sound entry.
And let go of all that things that you are way easy with it. Give yourself some time. Just like earlier, I asked you to go your heart. Feel each and every heartbeat. That is practicing mindfulness. That is how to practice to see yourself. Feel those beings, see how strong it is, how strong it is. That is a time when we are practicing. Okay? So when we breathe in, breathe out those thoughts, any type of thought, it's because we have billions and billions and billions of thoughts in our mind. Every time that we talk to anybody, see anything, hear anything, smell anything, taste anything, touch anything, it is desirable, it is undesirable, it's recorded in your mind. Just like that Android is recording, is writing everything that the keyboard is typing. The keyboard, when you enter into the command, it will record into that hard drive that this is recording each and every keystroke. Same thing as our mind. When we see things, when we hear things, smell things, taste things, feel things, it's recorded. Good or bad? Now, when this change comes, the right decision comes, all those stuff will come up. Right now it's popping up. It's just that we cannot see it because we don't pay attention to it right now. So we cannot see those stuff. But let's say if I stop talking and ask everybody to focus on reading, that is when you can see your thoughts running around just like a monkey jumping in. That I always call a monkey. A monkey, when it enters into the winfield, with the right hand wrapped up when it's different here, and the left hand doing the same thing, and the right hand doing keep doing this, right? When that monkey left out the field, the whole field was on the ledge. But if his hands are one or two, it doesn't touch anything. While his hands are one or two, we all too. We have all kinds of thoughts in here. We've done a lot of things that are for something, and we will regret this and struggle. That's all we have. That's why we cannot have a peaceful day and not happy day. And so when we see that, for most of us that are not only living how to bring our successes back in this present moment, here and now, we follow those up. We always follow that out whenever we pop up. After following it, we add more imagination things into it. Just one thing, one simple thought, and then we sit there and add more thoughts into it. That's how we are. Now when we meditate, when we train ourselves to have mindfulness, we don't follow it anymore. Unfortunately, with that old habit of following thoughts, it's continuing following. But you have to pay attention to your breath. And when you see it, you have to realize that you're not following those thoughts anymore. Instead, you observe that thoughts, you observe that, acknowledge that thought, silently like that, and back to the breathing again. And then breathe in, and then breathe out. Acknowledge it. Come back here with the breathing again. Keep breathing out, concentrating back to the breathing. This is our This is all only doing breathing. Acknowledge it, observe it, come back to the breathing. Come back. That's all we need to do. The more you be able to see your thought and then come back into the breathing, that's the way to practice it, to bring your concentration back to this present moment. We don't need to live with the past anymore because the past is history already. We don't need to chase the future because that is something that's not yet done. This present moment is something that we need right now. Okay? So just keep bringing it back. Now you hear some voices, you hear some sound. Instead of asking why, who, what, where, we just observe that sound, knowing that sound back again. Acknowledge that sound, back again. Any type of sensation on the physical body, itchy, numb, pain, anything, just observe those, acknowledge it, feelings or itchy or numb or pain, come back with the breathing. That is our just bring it in our concentration back, bring it back, put it back. That goes in the while we keep on chasing after things, remember that. So now, we don't let them anymore, but we are not trying to eliminate them. We acknowledge them, observe them, not eliminating them. When we observe it, when we acknowledge it, we come back here and we will become part of that. Of course, when you feel pain, when you feel numb, it will take a while because you are not expert on seating yet. It will take a while. You know, back then when I practiced meditation in Myanmar, at the temple I used to sit over an hour per session, couple sessions per day. Then when I went to Vietnam to practice purely just meditation, nothing else, for 2 years. For my beginning, from 1 hour I dropped back to 4 or 45 minutes because it's very painful. I have stiffness, I have something like that, no kind of back pain I have. And so the more I sit on meditation, those pain, those feeling will just decreasing every single time. And now that I'm almost at 15 minutes per session, and my tears automatically drop because it's very painful. I try all the way, I try to do exercise every day. Unfortunately, couldn't help. And then I ask myself, are you just going to be like this? Are you going to give up? And in front of the Buddha, I bow to the Buddha and I get up. I said, right at this location where I sit in meditation, in front of the two chairs, I get up. If I cannot overcome these difficulties to meditate, I would rather die right here, but I'm not giving up. By the power of this vow, from starting from here, I will not let go of my sitting until I overcome this difficulty. And then from there, I just sit there straightly, you know, it hurts really bad, I cannot stand anymore. Continue practicing my way like that every single day. I overcome. I overcome. After that, you can make that. You can sit hours and hours in session without having a problem. I tell you that story to let you know that with the power of this mind, we can make anything happen. But please only make a good thing happen. That is very important. With this mind, it brings tears to the world, suffering to the world. With this mind, it brings joy and peace to the world. Whichever one we choose, go with it. But of course, don't bring any suffering and tears into the world. Because we will be the one who suffer way much more than that afterward. Okay? So, practicing mindfulness that way, you will have a better life. Because now that you are concentrated within your breath, now that your mind is enough to know, oh, that is a sound, that lady just sounded me, that is just sound uncomfortable. I will not keep it in here. And I will not be that. I shouldn't be that. So I will keep it with me. I will not open my mouth to say anything. But if I decide to say something in response, which is only one thing that I should respond, meaning well, be happy, be peaceful. That's the only thing that you should respond with this mind. May you be well, be happy, be peaceful. If that is something that you do, that will purify yourself, that will cultivate merits for yourself, and And that will give that person a chance to change. Means that you give yourself a chance to change later on if you ever permitted it to happen. If you ever permitted it to happen. Seven. Because we don't know what, we don't know how one is active of the physical mind, right? So when we feel mindful enough, we know how to manage our emotions, basically. When you know how to manage your emotions, you will not be active when you do. Just like us, people criticize us when we are. People sound at us and yell at us. I just look straight in the face and give them a sound that you will have to be peaceful in the world. Continue to work. Why do I have all those work? Why? I have nothing to worry about. I have all those power in my life already. I need to train them. I need to pull them up. I don't want to just keep following them. Why would I take all those who are need to make me suffer? Remember, no one in this world can make you suffer except you. If you decide to take all those things from the world, all those lemons and rock and bitter melons that they throw at you, you suffer. You create suffer for yourself. It's not that person, it's not them. It's not them. It's us. We are. So knowing where to call, what to call, is very important. And to add more to our daily life, who's in here that will practice? Please don't be shy, raise your hand. You know practice. Because of multitasking, you're always easy to get sidetracked. Right? Anything can happen if you don't stay focused, remember. And so because we don't multitasking ourselves, you eat and then call at the same time, eat and answer text messages at the same time, eat and listen to music and watch a movie at the same time. You read books and then your lover is right beside that book, so I don't know if you read the book or you read your lover. Which one? You read your lover. Of course, because the love is so attractive. This is attractive more than that. You know, I picked about 10,000 books of my first book and give it. A lot of people, when they know that I signed my signature on the video, everybody comes to ask for one. And you read book, say no. And then I ask them, what do you need my book for? I'm going to put it on the altar. I said, okay, so you want to put me on the altar to worship you? I don't need that. If you read book, that's good. If you don't read book, we don't need to get one just to collect. Right? So, anything in our life, not necessarily we do it all. Those are the important things that we don't want to do. Basically. Was holidays coming up, there's a lot of sales going on. There's a lot of clothing that you don't even wear. With the smart sale, you always go out there and look good. All those things that you need to have, a lot of things that we have gone to tap, we have not easy. But we still wanted to collect it because of this mind. The more we do in that, the more we train ourselves to head out of it. Right? Our mind always headed out of it. All those things are so attractive. Just like the others. So much attraction. And the thing is necessary that we totally met it. Basically, that's what I want to know. So, do not multitask anymore. Do one thing at a time. Only one thing at a time. When you finish that thing, do another thing. If you do that, you change your life. You change your life. Just think that the Lord that you always do every single day, even at home, at work, at school, at public, you always do routine, bringing your lovers to the toilet and all. Just that one thing everybody has. Mostly. You see, you go into the toilet and do number one and number two, but you talk with your lovers at the same time. So who is doing number one and number two for you? No wonder America has so much people as constipation. Because you're not always in that. Right? You're always in your lover, you're not always in doing number two. Finally, you try to show up for so long, and you finally did it. Because of one mind who tried to live into that hole. And now you have to waste money to buy a new lover. See all those things we do everywhere. But guess what? There are people waiting for their turn too. They show up out there. They cannot use those toys. If you can just get rid of that, just have one thing that can help you a lot right. So go home, make a sign, put on that on the toilet door. No lovers allowed. Okay? From now on, no lovers allowed. That is all that you can remember. I visit on the job site will start to apply that from now on here. If we can train ourselves like that, we will be better too. Because we are not dependent on this and another. We are losing a lot of memories because of this. If you don't know that, do you realize that? How many moments will you still remember now? 5? 5 number? No one. Wow. Just one person like that tree. You still remember 5 number? Our lives number 4 here. How about 3 number?
Yeah.
Yes? Why is it that you still remember the whole? When the pages came out, you still know about the whole. What happened now? Please tell me what happened now. Because we depended on this. Every single time you would have thinking you just have to let it end and that's it. You don't use this anymore. We don't use this. And the more we don't use this, shut it down. Restriction down every single day. Later on, maybe we just sit on that table and ask, Mom, Dad, have I eaten yet? Where can I eat? They can have that. Because we cannot use this head anymore. And especially nowadays, AI can come. A lot of things that we also depend on AI as well. So please think about this. Change ourselves. That is how we live a better life. That is how we have peace for our life, our daily life. And so every morning when you wake up in the morning, after the long night of rest, your mind is present here. But in order for you to have a present here mind in the morning, 1 hour before bed, no lovers. That is required. No lovers 1 hour before bed. Even if you have to check on one piece, it's okay, you don't have to. 1 hour before bed, no lovers, go to sleep. In the morning when you wake up, no lovers. When you wake up, go to the toilet, no lovers. Before going to the toilet, make your bed neat and nice. And then go to the toilet without lovers. Come back out, get a piece of paper and Write down the statements there. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Just write that down. Remember, always have to have a piece of paper in your hand. This is so simple, but it's very powerful. Because it will remind you throughout the day that today is going to be your peaceful day. Write that down and read it over and over with your eyes. And then finally, read it out of your mouth. Today is going to be my peaceful day. So that no one in this world can mess it up. Tell that to the universe. Tell the universe that this is not going to be messed up by anyone outside. If you let it mess up, you are the only person who can do that. No one else. Because you don't know the attitude, remember? Because you'll be able to manage your emotions, remember? So don't mess it up. Imagine all the people in this world doing the same thing. Just spread that message to the universe. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Simple but loud. And that energy spread all over the universe. The universe will touch it, accept it, receive it, will shower back down with love, kindness, and compassion, and peace. So this world will be the better place to live. It's because of the power of all the beings in this world living together. That's why they happen. Not just one person. Remember that. So let us all say that one time out loud, okay? After I count to 3, it's going to be my peaceful day. 1, 2, 3.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Louder.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
With that energy right there, all family, all people will do that. Instead of anger, instead of hatred, instead of illusion and greed and all that we've been spreading into the universe. Right? All people have been having spread that into the universe already. More than enough already. That's why we've been receiving so much disaster. No love at all. That's why disaster always comes. Different than they didn't come. Because our mind is always illusion. All our minds are always unwholesome thinking. All that way. So now we change it. Just spread that message to the universe. This world will definitely be a better place for our future generations and our children. I truly believe that. Do you believe in that?
Yes.
So will we walk together?
Yes.
That's not the energy. That's not energy. Will we walk together with us?
Yes.
Every day like practice in mindfulness. Stay calm. Hand water glass, water to your partner, whoever that you now are happy, and be patient, and write that message every day that we all see here. We all know, doesn't matter what age we are, still have to write that down. Okay, today is going to be my peaceful day. And keep doing that. Let us all change this world to be a better place for all, for our future generations to get involved. We have to walk together. Thank you so much. May you all be well and happy and peaceful.
Thank you.
Alright, we all stand in Washington, D.C. And on the 11th, the night of 11, in Washington, D.C., I will lead the Loving Kindness meditation and expected to have over 10,000 UAE practicing Loving Kindness meditation. But not just that 10,000 people. I want the whole world to practice this at the same time. So tune in with us. Tune in with us. Check in on our page if you cannot be in Washington, D.C. Then at the same time, I expect all of us to just use a lot of find a space, sit down, check it in, and then meditate. Look at my lessons, which I will show down to you later on that day. If all the people in this world do that together, I truly believe this is a amazing thing happening. Would you want to join with that mission? Yes! Are you ready for it? Yes! Okay, that's a small way for those. It's almost there. Thank you so much. And now I want to try to pass out the peace bracelet for you. When you go home, please remember each and every step forward or backward to go to your heart. It counts from there. That usually have peace or is a way of. If you stay mindful, your peace will stay with you. If you are not mindful, your peace is already fragile. So don't waste your time, don't waste your effort, come in here and go home with sadness. Alright? Thank you so much. Be mindful with your drive. Thank you everyone. Have a good night.